listening to my brother Elvis, I feel very sad.
Why?
You know, there is a reason why laws are passed. And those laws are not just there because somebody has to be punished. Public order, public peace has to be guaranteed by the law. And the law is not only there to protect even individuals, even property, even companies that have assumed a personality status. Those are the reason for which we implement laws. You remember, even go outside of Ghana's jurisdiction. The almighty Donald Trump was prosecuted for what? Incitement. He was only inciting people, allegedly. And then we sit in this studio and pretend that inciting people should not be a criminal offense. Really? Then there will be chaos. Is it Rwanda? The one that, you know, radio Rwanda. Yeah. It was just an incitement. And you sit down and tell us that... you tell us that...
Rwanda is a colonial practice. They started killing themselves so many years, even before it blew up. People don't know the history. They just go and cite that after. You see why you see the propaganda? They go and take something that is not true to come and back something.
Elvis, we're on TV. We're not the only one who read it. Please.
Go to the
on TV.
Calm down.
The fact that you can shout all you can, but the truth is just one. I'm saying that the Rwanda war, we all knew that it started. There may be undercurrents. That's nothing wrong. In fact, for instance, you or me could have underlying conditions of health. But if I knock you down with a car, we will say that because you were sick all along, so when I knock you down with a car, you died, doesn't mean that I killed you. Is that what it means? Is that the logic he's putting together here? So because there's an undercurrent before, and somebody goes on radio and incites others, and there's a civil unrest, war, we shouldn't say that the person who went to the studio started the incitement. Are you serious?
And that's a lie.
Please,
let's say that killing started with incitement.
Very well.
The law was an incitement, I agree.
Yes,
but not say that that's what started the killing of the people. That is not factual.
Very well. On the floor.
That's not factual.
On the criminal offenses,
allow one that to land.
On the criminal offenses, there are three major provisions that deals with incitement, false publication. In fact, he didn't say fake news. So I heard him saying fake news. The law never says fake news. The law says false publication. And what is false publication? In section 208 of the Act 29, which is the Criminal Offences Act, section 208 talks about publication of false news. 207 talks about offensive conduct due to the breach of public peace or peace. And these are all within the domain of say, the government, or say within the law enforcement agencies, as it were, the military, vis-a-vis all the other agencies and all that. So we are not saying that don't talk. We are saying that we need responsible citizens. Now, that's number one. Number two, we are not saying don't talk. Democracy comes with a certain level of responsibility. We choose ourselves a certain path to rule this country or any other country, as it were, in the space of democracy. And those, when you choose a path, there are do's and there are don'ts. We can't have a reckless society where somebody gets up one day and publish that, oh, I have seen this, I have seen that, and it's not factual. You need to be held responsible for your words. So in one breath, he condemns the activities of people who publish, who misbehave and do all kinds of things. Then in another breath, he says that, oh, it's all right, nobody should be charged for publication of false news. You know what it means when you say publication of false news? Imagine, let's say, a bank, a very big bank. You get up one day and say that, oh, there's shortfall of cash in the bank, and then all depositors besiege the bank, and then all kinds of things happen, and people burn the bank, people demand for their money, lives are lost. We should let you go. That's the kind of journalism we should be practicing in our country. Are we the only democracy in the sub-region or in the world? Don't we see best practices in the US, in the UK, in France, and other places? How is it done? How is it that it's only in Ghana that a journalist will sit on TV, live TV, and tell people that when you publish false news, you should be taken as a civil matter? And that should be the license now for people to do all kinds of things. We repealed the criminal libel law. Why did we repeal it? Because it was abused. But in that same repeal of the criminal libel law, when it comes to the Constitution Act in Article 21, the Constitution was clear. The provision on the free speech. But then that free speech, again, is controlled by another law that says that you have to be responsible for the things you say. And in the responsibility is to publish truth. For instance, if I defame you, the only defense against defamation is truth or a court ruling. If I had a court ruling that says that you are a thief and I call you a thief, I am not wrong because there's evidence.
There's evidence.
If I have truth, and the truth is that you are, and I'm able to prove it in court, I'll get away with it. But if I don't, there's a punishment for it. Is it a fine or an imprisonment?
Would that have to be a criminal procedure?
Please,
who acted on Abronye's comment to take any action? Give me the evidence. Give me the evidence for everybody who acted on Abronye's comment.
I think you need a course in.
No, I'm asking you. You are talking about when in public place. Where's the picture of public place in Abronye's case?
The law is also preemptive. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where in some criminal conduct we call it street liability. For instance, if you cross a red light, should the police come and be begging you that when you cross, this was the consequence of when you cross? It's called street liability offense. Once you cross it, there's no defense.
Right.
You can't say that, oh, I was in a hurry. I am going to.
No, crossing street like this.
I'm giving you basics an example.
How can you say the one you're talking about speech? You are giving some other examples. What has it got to do with speech? Let the discussion be on speech.
You should take a course in criminal.
No, let the discussion focus on speech.
Hold on.
You are going to do example that have nothing to do with speech.
Let him make his point and then I'll come to you.
I was speaking to the essence of law. That the law is also preemptive. He asked. So if you were listening, you would have known what I'm saying. He asked whether who took action based on Abronye's, and I'm saying that the law is also preemptive. For instance, your action is likely to cause this. Do you understand? And so we will stop it if it has to be stopped. Should we wait for it to happen before the law intervenes? No. And I'm saying that there are some crimes that are committed. We call them street liability crimes. For instance, you cross the red light. There's no defense. You can't say that I'm going to. My grandmother is sick. I'm rushing. I'm taking blood to my grandmother. Oh, that's why I crossed the red light. It's not a defense. You will be punished for it. So such is some of those laws. That the law, this thing you have done is likely to cause public disorder. If the person can prove that what you have done, the action you have taken is likely to cause public, they can go to court. So there is a criminal provision. There is also a civil provision. However, Abronye's case was against the IGP. The law, the IGP, not the IGP as a person. It's against the state. Yes, the office he holds. So you don't sit on radio and just because you are a journalist speaking for a certain interest, then it means that everybody else should go to hell, and then the law should be thrown aground. How old are you? How old is Ghana's democracy? And so at this point, your suggestion on this program becomes the basis for which Ghana must make progress. It doesn't work that way. The law remains the law. At least we are told by the former Chief Justice.
Very well. Let me